Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Changeling the Dreaming, Dreams Over New York. Today we have a very special scene. It's about 8 o'clock at night in New York City. It's not quiet, it never is in New York. There's always some sounds, it's a large city. And the cool-ish winter air, it's starting to head towards winter, so the air is getting pretty cool. The air is kind of biting your skin, Cassie, as you are walking along one of the paths in Central Park. You don't know what it was that brought you here, but whatever it was, you feel like you're being watched. You feel like you're being followed, and that feeling, it just drove you to run from your apartment, to run, and your feet, for some unknown reason, you don't know why, it just brought you here as you feel something stalking you. Feeling you have of being followed. Even though you can't see anything, no matter how hard you look, you just feel that something is following you.
Cassie is more than happy to just get some fucking movement on, because normally she didn't work out today. So hey, this can be her workout in discovering what the fuck is going on. She doesn't know why. You know what? Frankly, she's not going to stop and ask questions. She's just going to be enjoying a nice, sweaty jaunt into Central Park, even though her mother's always told her, you should never go to Central Park, honey, it's dangerous. You know what? Fuck that. Cassie's going to do it because Cassie's a little bit of a nervous rebel, and she's just running, and she doesn't fucking know why. And she figures, who knows, maybe this can be the start of an adventure, or maybe I'll get horribly mugged. Who the fuck cares?
All right, so as you're running on your running, as you're running through the forest, the trees, you see a glimmer of light far ahead. It doesn't look like fluorescent lighting. For some reason, it looks like, and you begin heading towards it as we head over to our fairy characters to introduce them to the scene. So all of you have received an invitation to a or not quite a to an early Samhain party by Baron Edward Swiftfell, Manhattan. He is just throwing an open party in Park. It is open to everyone, commoners and nobles. It is open even to those outside of his barony, the barony of Crystal Skies. And when you arrive, you'll be greeted, brought into the main part of the park. That's a large gazebo type area, has been set up with like food, and there's cathane everywhere. There's picnic blankets laid out. People are reclining, eating, all that sort of stuff. Everybody can intro now.
Zeal and Finn are on their way in. They just got back to the city. In Finn's case, Zeal just got here a couple of days ago. He's experiencing all this for the first time. As they walk up, Zeal looks over to Finn, smiles, and she speaks with a southern accent. Well, hey, I didn't know they were going to be throwing a party for me.
Well, this is New York. There's always a party somewhere. Get used to it.
Well, the party's around us, which is how it should be. She winks, kind of elbows him.
You're going to fit in here well.
Awesome. Yo, y'all got carrot cake or what? Zeal will be searching for carrot cake.
Okie dokie. So it's Zeal and Finn in charge.
I suppose I'll go next. Striding into the party, very, very kind of nonchalantly, his eye flicking over the laid out refreshments and what have you. The other eye, the blinking cybernetic replacement, observing everything with cold, calculating precision, preciseness, the nature of what it is to be House Dougal. Cardlin looks around him. He will exchange nods with those of whom he considers to be worth the effort of inclining his head to as he enters the main party proper.
And it's up to Thomas to change the game.
Okay. So, Thomas is probably towards the edge of this party in a corner or something or other, sitting in a wheelchair. Of course, it's one of those like automatic wheelchairs. Think totally Professor X styled kind of wheelchair. And sitting beside him is a very large, in the dreaming, of course, is a very large green wolf with braids in its fur and a braided tail. And he's just sitting there, just watching the party. He looks, on one hand, he looks pretty scary, but on the other hand, he does look a little bit like a sweetheart. He is a very kind of imposing tree. So take that as how you wish.
So the dreaming in this place, it's a very festive atmosphere. There's small chimera bouncing around everywhere. There are like little automatons that are serving food to people. Like they're very obviously chimera. There are a couple of guards at the very like edges of the woods, but nothing. There's only like 2 or 3 of them. The Baron doesn't really seem to expect any trouble here. And yeah. It's a party. You would notice one woman who looks surprising like a certain American pop star. Kind of, walking around, checking people out. She's got that super haughty look, in her face that everybody who's met that snobby school bitch knows. I'm, of course, talking about this woman. And she'll see Cardlin, and she will make her way over towards him. She's wearing a long, like, ball gown. It is, like, full-on ball gown that appears to be made out of foam. Like, foam that is moving and reshaping itself around her. Oh, damn. She passes by both Zeal and Finn and Thomas on her way over to them and completely ignores them.
Fair. As Ariana Grande passes Zeal, when she is, when she's not facing them, Zeal kind of lean back, check out Ariana Grande from behind, shake her head, keep eating her carrot cake.
Okay. And she will walk up to Cardlin with, one hand, held kind of on her hip, not really super there, not really like fully on her hip, just kind of says, "So I hear you are Baron Cardlin. Very good to meet you."
Ah, indeed. So it would seem, my lady. Though you have me at somewhat of a disadvantage. For once, I'm actually out of character playing a genuinely Irish character. Holy shit. Okay, let's see how this one goes. You have me at somewhat of a disadvantage. You know my name. However, I'm bereft of yours.
And she smiles and says, I am Baroness Tellerian of House Ailil, Baroness of Dreamer's Glass.
He will extend his hand, and if she offers hers in return, he will lean and kiss the hand in the old kind of, courtly way.
Gotcha. And when you do this, you notice that she has a ring on one of her fingers that is a serpent coiled around itself, eating its own tail.
Oh, so it's the kind of the Ouroboros symbol. Cool, yeah. He will say, "It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baroness. I do hope that you're enjoying the little
pleasure is
soiree."
mine. Oh, sorry.
He just said, "I do hope you're enjoying the soiree."
She kind of sniffs and says, It is lovely. Baron Edward has outdone himself. I'm sure he and his friends are having a grand time.
Coincidentally, are they dancing at this affair?
There's some people are dancing, but it's more the kind of just not really courtly dancing, just kind of like, people getting up, having some fun, that sort of dancing.
He will say, "This evening, should it change and more appropriate dancing becomes optional, I would be honored if you would give me the first dance, my lady."
She kind of giggles and like covers her mouth with, her hand and says, I will consider it. And then she curtsies again and very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, not really like haughtily, but definitely very elegantly walks off. And you notice, like a few seconds after she walks by, two men wander by you, not quite following her, but kind of just hanging behind her.
Cardlin will kind of, smile before thinking to himself, my, those who sit in high chairs and think they are high lords. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Before making his way, you know what? Let's make our way over to the hors d'oeuvres table, where I'm pretty sure that a certain, other she has made herself queen of carrot cake.
Hell yeah. I'm just gonna note for flavor again, if Ariana Grande passes by, Zeal will give her one more look from behind, look as if she's considering, shake her head again.
What? Not your type?
Nah. I can definitely see the appeal, though.
I could use some description,
Well, you see, she's very slender. Very slender. She has very long hair that reaches down to about midway through her back. It has a very reddish tint to it. She has a very innocent and gentle face, but her demeanor is very commanding and captivating. She speaks with a very soft voice that hides a much more forceful personality underneath, I think.
God, I hate it when you get poetic.
She'll wink and then say out loud, I'm winking to you.
Of course you are. Of course.
She'll look over to Carradine? What's his name?
Cardlin.
Or Cardlin. Cardlin, my bad. And she'll see him set her cape down and actually stand up. Oh, I'm very sorry about that. Didn't see you there.
Cardlin, for his part, will smile as he holds his wine glass in the barest tip of the two fingers, kind of showing that commoners have touched this, thus I should touch it as little as possible. But he will bow respectfully to his fellow she, making note of any insignias and or rank patches that they may have to, kind of denote the depth of the bow. And he will say, "No, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Then yours as well. Cardlin will notice that Zeal speaks with a very heavy southern accent. However, not quite enough to where it is comical. If that makes any sense. And she'll say,
I think you mean southern as in southern United States, southern.
yes, southern United States. I'm sorry.
Clear. As I say, Cardlin has the thickest Irish accent I can physically put on.
All right.
But he will say, "Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Baron Cardinal Hammerfall ap Dougal, at your service."
It is an honor to meet you, my lord. I am Zeal Dawnbreaker, Knight of House Scappa.
Ah, so good to have you here. And your friend, he will say, kind of looking at the satyr.
This is my squire. And she'll look to Finn to introduce himself.
Which name did she use while introducing herself?
She used her Fey name. She used Zeal.
Okay. And he's going to turn his head to the general area where his voice is coming from. And he's going to say, "I am Gendon Stormrage, sir, Squire of Zeal Dawnbreaker, House Scottish. I'm honored."
It is gratifying to see, though I do hope that by the presence of so many grey walkers that there is not some impending calamity.
I should hope not.
Wonderful.
Sorry.
She'll just say, I've heard wonderful things about the Duchy of the Golden Sigil. And it is where my squire was born, so I thought it would be a good idea to at least peek my head in.
I entirely understand, though if you will forgive me, I do beg your pardon. Stormrage, Squire Stormrage, yes, that was your name. I'm curious. You pursue a martial form. You pursue and in a martial house, and yet you yourself are, if you will forgive me for my noticing, bereft of your eyesight.
Yes, sir. I've been extensively trained by my mother for it.
Interesting. I would ask why it is that you have not simply... He contemplates for a moment. Why it is that you have not simply used the arts that are available to us to regain your sight?
I have tried, sir. Did he introduce him as Baron?
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
he introduced himself.
Okay. So please bear with me. What would be the correct way to address him on this point?
My lord is pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. It's either my lord or just Baron is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's going to say, "We have tried, my Baron. I've lost my eyesight when I was just a little boy, but after my chrysalis, somehow I also was blind on my new self, and after everything we've tried, he wasn't able to cure it."
Right. So to catch you up, Marcus, everybody's at Central Park. There's a big, basically the Baron's paying for everyone to have a big pre-Samhain party. So everyone is invited in the duchy. So if that helps you, figure out how you want to get into the scene. I just wanted to make sure you know. And then, are you there, Maya? Okay, I don't think she's back yet.
To continue on the conversation that he's having, he will say, if your mentor is amenable, he will calmly, he will reach up and he will kind of, pull back his eye patch to show the fact that one of his eyes is incredibly obviously cybernetic, or, the dreaming equivalent of been remade. He will say, I could always attempt to replace one of your eyes.
He turns his head slowly to where Zeal is standing.
Zeal catching that will say, I certainly do, well, we certainly do appreciate the offer, my lord. And I think if my squire does desire that, you will certainly be the first one we call.
Of course. I merely wish to extend the offer.
Which is humbly appreciated. Which she will go ahead and bow.
He will return the bow. Bowing.
Yay! Would you care to partake of some carrot cake, my lord?
He looks down at the carrot cake. Joey, is this was the food well catered?
The food appears to be well made. Yes.
I was gonna say this could be some shit from Safeway or some shit.
In that case, he will nod and he will say, "Thank you. I will indeed partake." Before he will, cut a small slice of carrot cake, place it on a plate. He will say, "Oh, I see the person is back that we wanted. So I'll be quiet."
Sorry.
This is actually a perfect.
You're good.
Ah, it's all good. You came back at the perfect time.
Okay. So as you're running through the trees, Cassie, as you're running, desperately on this path towards the glimmering light that you saw in the trees, you reach it, and right as you pass through the, two trees that should have let you right into wherever the clearing where the light would have been, the light goes out like instantly. As soon as you pass those trees, the light just is gone, and it's just pure black. And you hear from behind you hear rustling, and you hear a low just hiss, and you see probably 200 feet forward and to the left more lights, like the same sort of firelight, like a bit like a giant bonfires going on.
Cassie is going to kind of skid to a little bit of a stop and kind of kick some dirt off her fashionable shoes. Just kind of look around. The fuck? Just kind of smile. Okay, where the fuck am I? Kind of turn around because where? This is Central Park, right? Right? And to kind of look for someone to approach. Friendly face, and just kind of smile. I totally belong here.
The paths are oddly deserted for this time of night, even though Central Park should have some people in it. There's nobody here.
Fuck. Okay, Cassie, you've got this. You'll figure this out.
And then probably you see, you're good. You see sliding out of the trees, fought like from where you came from. You just see you can't quite make it out, but you can just see a shape like climbing down one of the trees towards you. Human way.
Yeah, nope. Cassie will turn and she's like, eeny, miny, that way. And she will bolt down one of the pathways offered.
Yep. And as she's running, because she's running so fast, but her footsteps are leaving frost on the path as she runs. And then we'll zoom back to the party. And I think this is a good chance for Marcus to intro if he's ready.
Yeah. Sue will pull up and whatever he was in a car that he stole. He walks up and he sees all the people there. He's in his rockabilly garb, cigarette hanging out the mouth, just so. But there's cake. So
There is cake, yes.
So he will avail himself of cake. He won't really introduce himself. You'll see this dude in the picture walk up to the people that seem to be enjoying the cake. So who and what he is, and he just has himself a piece and waves. Hey.
Salutations, friend. Hope you're liking the cake.
It's free. It's my favorite price.
Yes, it is. Your character will probably notice the very heavy southern accent this she has.
You one of them, huh?
One of them what? You may have to narrow it down, brother.
Southerners. Because we don't talk that way.
Yeah,
because we don't sound like that in Brooklyn.
Yeah, definitely. Florida born and raised.
So, what's the do, the shindig, the business, the hubbub, all that?
And the guy next to Zeal is gonna say, "Wait, Brooklyn, right?"
Fulton Street. You heard of it?
Oh yeah. Hell's Kitchen.
It is what it is, Yeah, you notice the tats up and down his arms. His hair's cut just so. Sleeves rolled up. His pants are rolled up a little bit. He's just kind of looking at everybody. He's like, so,
Takes a bite of her cake, swallows, and decides, you know what? Fuck it. Hey, friend, what's your name?
Well, me? Names are important, I know people that can do things with those, you know what I'm saying?
If a she could face palm in public, it'd happen now.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I do catch what you're saying.
Well, maybe I'll throw it a little harder. We all here on the same invitation, on the same person, maybe, perchance.
As it goes through Cardolin's mind, I'm not sure what drugs this individual is on, but I either want some or want to make it so humanity can never have them again.
Yeah, Zeal's No, go ahead, my bad.
No, you continue, Tim. You continue, Tim, sorry.
Yeah, no, Zeal kind of looks over to Cardoline like, what the fuck?
For his part, he's just he's eating his cake very slowly. And before he says, it is a pleasure to make your It's an acquaintance. But it would be nice to put a name to a face.
Wouldn't it? It makes identification way fucking easy. Sue over here. Like, no shit. My name's Sue.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
So off over where Thomas is, he's got a lot of people at this party are avoiding him. He would catch some mutters from some of the less subtle guests about how improper it is for one to be walking around with their own death omen, and he's does kind of like have a couple of people like come up to him and start conversations, like try to start conversations.
And he'll politely speak with them and everything. And just, being not wanting to be rude or anything, especially here. He's just kind of like, nod. Yes, yes. It's nice to meet you, blah, 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 blah.
And it continues this way for probably 10 minutes until he sees a familiar face in the crowd heading towards the group of people that are eating cake.
I look at my screen right now, but I'm assuming it's that the water anime.
Yep, it's your old flame.
It's ironic that his old flame is in fact all wet.
By the way, Finn, you have better hearing than most people because obviously you're blind. It kind of kind of enhances your hearing. You hear people going, "Really? Her?" Like just kind of whispering between each other. There's some people standing next to you going, "Really? She showed up? I can't believe she showed up. Why is she here?" As she just kind of very elegantly walks through the crowd towards you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then he's gonna be like, "Okay, that's happening."
What's happening?
Well, if I'm not horribly mistaken, is there anybody approaching us right now?
Anybody what?
Is there anybody approaching us right now?
Close to us? There's only our new
Approaching
friend.
us.
Oh, approaching. My bad. I didn't catch that. She'll look over. There is a rather striking woman with white hair and a blue kimono coming towards us.
Yeah, just as I thought. And he's gonna wait until he hears the where the footsteps are coming from, so he would know where she's coming from. And as soon as she gets close with an earshot, he's gonna turn and say, "Hey, Mom."
And in a very heavy Japanese accent that I'm not going to try and replicate, she just says, "Hello, son. Has Lady Zeal been treating you well?"
Yeah, she's been a treat.
Well, shoot, if I was
She
going to
smiles.
be your mom, I wish I would have worn some a bit better. Stands up. Nice to meet you. I've heard quite a bit about you. Bows.
She smiles.
What was
Sorry,
that?
Marcus, I didn't quite catch that.
I said, Sue utters. It looks like we're all a bit underdressed for this particular occasion.
Okay.
She just smiles at Sue in a very friendly way and just says, "It's just my usual attire. I hear that the Baron is quite welcoming. I don't think he'll consider you underdressed." And then she turns to Zeal and says, And she just kind of waves her hand and says, "It's good to meet you as well. I'm actually here looking for someone. I can't seem to find him, though. I was hoping you maybe have seen him."
Think you can give us a description?
She kind of taps her chin and says, "Very striking, very handsome. Last I saw him, he had very wonderful green leaves and very fine bark."
Oh, you're talking about the silver fox looking fella in the wheelchair over there.
And she looks over to him and then nods. "Yes, thank you." Yeah,
He's gonna kind of wheel himself over there because all the his old flame was probably like, "Oh no, it's awkward. I should probably go talk to her though before yeah." He just kind of wheels himself over to the group.
So where's that child support, though?
Oh my god! I mean, if he would have told her brother, or she would have told her brother.
So when Thomas approaches, she actually bows to him and says, "Thomas, it appears you've aged well."
To some, perhaps, but not to all. How have you been?
Swell.
Uh, didn't sound so... Never mind.
And then she gestures over to Finn. She says, "Would you come here, Finn? I have someone I'd like you to meet."
Oh no!
He's gonna start slowly making his way.
Yeah.
Well,
Zeal will kind of like direct him to make sure he goes in the right direction, because all he has to go on is sound.
What I miss?
Don't worry about it.
Because Kim doesn't want me to know, I now must know.
Don't worry about it.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. Hold on.
So once Finn makes his way over there, she just puts her hand on his shoulder and looks down at Thomas and says in a very grave voice, "I'd like you to meet your father, Thomas. Thomas, this is Finn, your son."
Ooh. Zeal wasn't quite all stepped away. She kind of hears that. Her eyes go wide.
Yeah, Zeal
Fuck
knows.
me.
Zeal knows that Finn never met his father.
I'm just over here eating carrot cake.
Thomas looks hella confused. He's just kind of standing there with that dumb struck face, just kind of like, huh?
And by standing there, you mean sitting there, right?
Yes. Yes, of course I mean sitting there. Thank you fucking much.
She was
And-
just like,
Sorry, you go,
better than
Marcus.
reality TV over here. This is better than reality TV.
And at that exact moment, as the three are staring at each other, a woman bursts through the trees with ice following her. Like the trees are icing over. "Hey, Cassie, you just stumbled in on a party of very fucking weird looking people. Like you just took an LSD trip."
Cassie's just gonna stop, stare about, and just kind of pitter-patter look forward, glaring at the ice that's following her. Okay, this is like that one time. Okay, hi. Does anyone have I died? Just looking to get the fuck out. Does anyone else see that? I just want to know if anyone else sees that.
Yeah, we all see it, huh?
I was going to say,
That's never fucking happened before. If I could just get the hell out of here. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, she's high.
I think something's going on with you.
Can everyone make me a perception awareness or perception alertness roll, please?
Yeah.
Sure, someone tells me how to roll dice.
Can my pet also make this roll?
God damn it, Kim. Yes. So Marcus, if you go in Discord, if you go to the channel marked Dice Roller 1, Just put /R and then how many dice you have, D10, and then that'll
Dice
roll.
roller 1. Where's
Do
Oh,
I get
got
to
it.
make the roll or not?
Is it site based?
Unfortunately, yes, it is site based.
Okay.
Automatic fail.
It's a
That's
perk
R.
alert, right?
Yep. / I'll put it in the side chat. Give it a like /R.
Does
Number
where
dice.
you count under perception?
That would actually work very well. So I will say that specialty counts.
I was going to say, does the stat specialty eagle-eyed or eye for detail come into being? Eh?
Let's say eye for detail would yes.
There we go.
All right. So Marcus has got at least
I didn't get
one.
shit.
All
3 for me.
right.
No, I got one.
So-
That's awesome. I got one.
You got one.
3 for me, and then 5 for the dog.
All right. So everyone notices there's. Oh, sorry, Marcus.
I said move. My bad.
Oh, okay. So everybody notices there's probably about half the number of people there were here when the party started.
Everyone notices what's out there are fewer people here.
Yes, there's probably about half as many people as there were here when you guys arrived. You notice as you know, the more you look, it's mainly the serving staff that are just, and some of the guests are gone too.
At this point, to kind of play the chivalrous, the chivalrous noble, Cardlin, who has the beautiful spec, so he's really pretty, will walk towards you, kind of with his hands open to his side, so you know that he's not threatening, and he'll say, "Are you quite all right, my dear? You do seem to be somewhat in a bit of a tizzy, as they say." And she's not there. Okie doke.
May, you there?
Yeah, sorry, I just couldn't hear anything for a second. Can you repeat? I just heard like
Cardlin, who
there's
is
just
a very
noise.
that's cool. As I say, Cardlin, who's basically trying to play the caring noble, he walks forward with his arms kind of held at either side to show he's not threatening. Makes nice slow movements, and he says, "Are you quite all right, my dear? You do seem to be ever so slightly in a bit of a tizzy."
I am quite in a tizzy, sir. I, for some reason, am being followed by this weird weather conglomeration that is incredibly unnatural for October. I just would like to get out of this space, maybe come back and analyze it later, but currently being followed by this, helpful at all, honestly.
As he gets closer to kind of, the point, just to completely freak your character out, when he's standing close enough to you, his eye, which is uncovered, is obviously made of clockwork, as in it is you can see the gears whirring on the inside of it.
Oh, by the way, your voil
Okay.
is starting to appear.
My what?
Your voil,
Voila, bro.
Yes,
yeah,
well,
your
Oh, okay. My ensemble.
yeah, that's all starting to appear. So however that looks, that is starting to materialize on your body.
Okay. I'm not really cool with this. I swear to God, no puns, because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
all right, all right.
I'm just, and she's just gonna try to back away from the conglomeration of virus and away from everyone who is here.
Yeah, Zeal.
I would just, you know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know why these fucking clothes are appearing. It's
know what's
very
going on.
uncomfortable.
We know what's going on. Zeal's going to cover her ears with her hair. So for the most part, Cassie just kind of sees a normal, if tall-looking woman. I think we know what's going on with you. You mind sitting down? We can have some carrot cake and discuss it. Maybe get some tea.
Tea would be perfect. Carrot cake also. Why is his eye like that? Comic-Con was a couple of days ago, right? That's why?
Ain't no. We'll break it down for you. Just come on, let's sit down and make it kind of hurt, all right?
Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just...
I know. So for your perception check, Marcus,
most of the people here are carrying weapons, yes. Of the PCs, most of the people that are not player characters are not carrying weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like Zeal's carrying a short sword that is on a peace tie.
I have what I will lovingly refer to as a noble's arming sword, probably also on a peace tie. But
Yeah.
he
At that
will,
point-
oops, sorry, continue, Tim.
Oh, my bad. I just said at that point it's pretty much a symbol of station for us.
Oh. And everyone who's standing facing Cassie sees this emerging from the shadows behind her. Reaching towards her with two long clawed hands.
Yeah, Zeal's gonna charge forward. Throw Cassie out the way.
When Finn feels that Zeal is on the move, he's gonna start moving.
Cassie's just gonna move to the left because what the fuck? Why are you charging at me? Please don't love me. I don't have much.
What Cardin's going to do is he's not going to charge into the darkness after the thing, but he's going to position himself in front of the new chrysalis changeling. So, you know, if anything comes, it'll hit him before it hits her. And he will say, I want you to stay calm, my dear, regardless what you see and what you hear. Take deep breaths. I assure you it'll go better that way.
And it is...
Deep breaths.
At that point, when it sees everyone charging at it, it withdraws back into the shadows.
Okay, she will stop at that point. If it's backing up, she doesn't want to charge too far in and overextend. She'll actually stop Finn from doing so as well, because he may not know that she stopped.
Yep.
And she's like, hold on, I retreated. Let's not go too far now.
Cassie's just gonna scramble up. The fuck is going on? What the actual fuck? Why did you charge at me? If you want money here, just...
There was some behind you. You ever seen aliens?
Once, I think.
Yeah, Xenomorph. It was behind you.
Jeez! Okay. This isn't Comic-Con. This is not some sort of weird nerd festival, is it? Okay, how do I get out of here? Because, I'm just going to go back into the ice. Goodbye. Farewell.
Very calmly, without actually missing a beat, Cadlin will walk up. He will put his hands on her shoulders, kind of, so she's looking at him. Basically, he doesn't want to slap her because she's clearly getting hysterical, but he will do the whole kind of, you will be calm, my dear. Take a deep breath. We will explain this. You will be fine. You have my word. Now, deep breath, lassie. In and out.
Oh, this is going to go great.
Oh, yeah, and the party is kind of ruined. People are, screaming, running off into the shadows. You see some people just straight up fucking teleport out. It's pretty much turned into chaos around you.
All right.
While they're running and being all hysterical, my character is going to try and jack one of them for their weapons.
Yeah, you can. One of the guards is running, and he just pretty much drops his spear. Running, this dude is just out. He drops his spear and just runs.
I will surreptitiously go pick it up.
Okie dokie. Yep, very easy to do. And it's slowly. It's the field is pretty, or the clearing, I should say, is pretty clear, pretty quickly emptying. There's really just your group and a few stragglers who are all armed, kind of peering into the trees and muttering to themselves.
At this point, Cardlin will release the young lady and he will say, I do believe there was talk of cake and tea and explanations. Shall we go to that stage?
Yes.
By the way, for reference, there are...
Sorry. No, it's okay.
I was just saying, for reference, there's 6 people in the clearing. I'll be right back. 6 people other than you guys, I should say.
Okay.
In that case, Cardin will hold out his hand to Cassie and basically say, please come with me, my dear.
Okay. Cassie will kind of offer out her arm
Very
I don't
good.
know about you guys, but I don't know if this is the best place for this sort of conversation.
I'm inclined to agree. His eyes will flick will kind of flick around the forest, and he'll say, "For some reason, the dreaming is angry tonight. I don't think that it's good to be in the open like this."
Hey, just hit October. You know how it is. People get excited about Halloween already.
You're not wrong.
Well, I picked up this handy-dandy piece of armament right here, and we're out here amongst the peoples and everything. We should probably go see if our host, probably has a place for us, or we retire to other environs. That's just what I'm saying over here.
My apartment isn't too far from here if you wish a place to speak.
Yeah.
That-
When he speaks, like when he talks, Finn is going to like visibly irk. What was it called?
Wince?
As I've said, if it comes down to it, I do beg your pardon. I don't believe I don't believe I know you, sir. He will say, looking at Thomas.
My name is. Hold on, let me go make sure I got this dude's name right.
Oh shit.
I mean, everyone's giving out their Fey names. Should probably do the Fey name. So he'll
I
just
ain't
kind
giving
of.
up my phone.
He'll just kind of incline his head slightly and say, "My apologies. My name is Weeping Vines, but most people call me Thomas."
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. However, we may do formal introductions, I feel, when we have brought this young lady up to speed on existence. But if your home is indeed close, then that might be an excellent spot to retire to.
There's
Indeed.
by the way, everybody make me a perception alertness.
Oh God.
Cobalt, nickel, zinc, gallium, vanadium, arsenic, selenium,
Can I make it?
rubium, strontium,
I'm going to say
plutonium,
yes, you can make it, but if
polonium,
you succeed, you will get different cues than everyone else.
molybdenum,
Is it hearing based
technetium,
or touch?
It would
or
be hearing based.
Okay.
I got 4 out of 5.
I have 1.
I have 4 as well. Actually, wait, no, I have more than that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6. Holy crap! There's 10
Cassie.
doubles.
I have 5.
I'm not gonna have Cassie roll just because she's She's like chanting the periodic table of elements to calm down.
So, Finn, you've heard a lot of, while everyone's been talking, you've kind of been hearing like a lot of little movements kind of from out where the tree line is, just like shuffling and scratching, that sort of thing. Everyone else notices there's only 4 other people in the clearing with you now.
All right.
Seems to be
I
picking
do-
us off.
I do believe, Mr. Thomas, that we will take you up on your kind offer. Now, if I could ask Miss Stonebreaker and yes, as Miss Stonebreaker and Mr. Sorry, he will use proper titles. If I may ask, Sir Dawnbreaker and Squire Stormrage, if you would mind creating somewhat of a screen so that we may escort this lovely young lady from the park, please.
He nods. And then he's gonna turn to Zeal and he's gonna say, "Whatever it is, it's picking people off. We need to stop that."
All right. So what we're going to do is, we're going to do this screen. I suggest that we keep the lady over here in the center of us. That way, once whatever it is, if when it engages, it has to work to get to her. We'll have to get through all of us.
What is what? What is?
Remember the xenomorph thing I was telling you about that I charged at?
Where are the other people?
I think your friend's eating it. Pretty sure.
Yes. Elsewhere would be preferable, please. Thank you.
Very calmly, with a flick of his wrist, Cardlin will withdraw a kind of, a long, curved, yet very excellently crafted knife from his belt It's kind of a dagger length, so from about the tip of your forefinger to the midpoint of your arm. And he will hand it to the poor newly chrysalis she, and he will say, "In case you need to defend yourself, my dear."
She will take
I was
the
just gonna start
object.
taking it.
Thank you. Hopefully, it will leave us alone because we are in numbers.
Pick up the cake.
So the woman in the kimono will just pat Finn on the shoulder and say, "If you're all going to leave, I'm going to take the others in the clearing and get them home. Be safe." And then she walks off.
He nods.
You too. We'll contact you as soon as we're in a good place.
You stole a sweet Montero Sport. I think we can. I think we don't fit in it.
Cassie will look to Zeal. Have you dealt with one of these things before?
Not directly, but I've seen the movies, and I know a little thing or two about this. And she'll produce her short sword.
Isn't their blood corrosive?
It is. That's why we have to be careful when we hit it. If you have something,
Freaking move.
I suggest doing that.
There was a bonfire, right?
There isn't. Now that you've gotten there, the light that appeared to be from a bonfire is actually you can see is actually coming from a bunch of floating like orbs of light, will-o'-the-wisps.
Ah, okay. Cassie's just gonna look around. I thought they didn't like fire. Okay. I guess if I just jab this into its mouth, it'll be fine.
I believe that once we manage to make it to the outskirts of the park and to what I would refer to as, in inverted commas, civilization, we may be fine. It will just be getting from here to the outskirts of the park. So, if we would like to create forward locomotion and begin this little trek.
Yes, forward excursion would be best. I'm Cassie. I am Cassie. Yes,
It
I'm
is very
Cassie.
nice to meet you, Cassie.
Nice to meet you, Cassie. Name's Zeal.
Nice to meet you all, Zeal. And she'll look to the gentleman with the clockwork eye. I apologize for my actions dealing with the appearances of you all. It is surprising, but not as surprising as that thing in the woods.
He will, to kind of give her perspective, he will very calmly remove a. If her garb has started to appear, has her face seeming started to appear?
I was just about to say her ears, as you're watching, are already starting to extend.
What he'll do is he'll move his hair back so you can see his pointed ears, and then he'll open a compress mirror, and he'll hold it up so you can see, and he'll say, "I think we're more alike than you think, my dear. But once again, the explanation will come later."
Oh, that's going to be interesting. And she'll kind of touch the tips of her ears. Oh, that's
Yeah, fucking players too. Shit.
I apologize if my ears are something that you find an offense to. Is it something in the air? Did I hit some sort of pocket of pressure that changes things?
Speaking of pressure, it's definitely on us right now.
Yes, we should make haste.
My lord, shall you take point? Me and Finn can head up the rear.
Indeed, that seems to be wise. He will look at the. But by the way, Marcus, your character is a fixie, isn't it?
Oh, he's
Okay. He will say.
yes, he is.
Cool. He will say in that case, Miss Cassie, if you would not mind staying with Thomas here, and we will make sure that no harm comes to you both as we exit.
Yes, I thank you. I have no idea what's going on, and I appreciate the aid.
Okay. Cardlin will then draw his sword and do that advancing into the darkness thing.
So just everybody follow him.
Yep. What Zeal is doing, she is keeping her left hand on Finn's shoulder, so that way she can keep guiding him. And she has her other blade. She has her other hand holding her blade, and she is ready to turn up.
Yeah, Finn is going to ask her. So what's the plan? What are we up against?
Xenomorph. Alien looking motherfucker. No, not looking. Alien motherfucker. Acid blood. Real nasty piece of work. Got a nasty bite and a nasty tail lash.
Weapons it is then.
Would shoot this freaking spear. Its limbs off. What is this?
If we had something with range, it'd be great. So far, all we got is spear.
Are weapons usually the form of defense against these things? You can't just avoid them. They're active.
They're hunters.
No.
The hope is we get out of here without an engagement, but sometimes these things don't work out.
My question is, why is it a xenomorph? Why is it even a thing? That it's a matter of fiction. 80s fiction, honestly.
Fiction. The world you're coming into, fiction is just as real as reality itself.
If you could please leave all questions until the question and answer segment when we are kindly safe.
And then, okay.
The pixie looks like
What
he's
is
really
the item
good with that spear.
I forget. What did they hand to Cassie again?
Oh, I gave her basically a knife, so basically a dagger.
Okay. She'll hold the dagger close to herself. If she needs to use it, she'll use it.
If it helps, it's a really pretty dagger.
I mean,
So,
efficiency is all she's worried about right now.
so is Thomas following them, Kim?
Oh yeah, because if I remember correctly, they're all kind of headed to his house, unless something changed. I wasn't paying attention.
So
No,
what
we're still
happens?
going to your house.
What happens is as soon as you step through into the trees, you feel the world sort of twist. Like it's this feeling like in your gut. This like your guts are twisting for a split second, and then it's back to normal. But you're no longer surrounded by trees. Instead, you are in a long corridor, metal all around, with flickering lights running down the length of the hallway on the ceiling, grated floor, and several other hallways leading off from this corridor.
Motherfucking nightmare realm. Motherfucking.
Yep. It's that time of year. Seal actually
Tis the season.
Good God, this is like every do not do for my laboratory.
Joey,
What's up, John?
I would like to roll a perception alertness roll to pinpoint where this thing is at, and I'm going to use the concentration merit to block everybody's voice out, just to focus on that.
Okay, so you're basically listening for like the sound of something like moving, like something hidden metal, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
All right.
I'm gonna put it at diff 7 because it's a natural hunter.
Then it's going to be diff 5 for me, because fuck yeah. I have
there we go.
1,
5 successes.
2, 3, 4 successes.
That's right. You have a 1. Okay. As everyone's like standing there talking or moving and talking, however you guys are doing this, you hear like a tap, 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 tap. Like it's like something tapping on metal, just increasing, just getting louder and louder. It seems to be coming from behind you guys, from the ceiling.
Oh crap!
And he's gonna speak to Zeal. He's gonna say, behind us, ceiling.
Indium, tin, antimony, tellurium, iodine, xenon.
Zeal is definitely going to inform the rest of the group. She'll say, we got to move her up on the ceiling right behind us.
In that case, may I attempt to do something?
Yeah.
Can I see this thing?
You can't say anything yet. What you can see is that there's a like, you know, the piping for an air vent. That is above you. like running right next to where the lights are on the ceiling.
Okay, cool. My character is going to jump up there.
Okay.
Because I got perfect balance. I can do shit like that.
Do it. Get it.
Athletic check, or can I just do it?
I'm gonna say you have the merit, so I'm gonna say you can just do it.
Are you? Charges and weights. And the whole idea is he's got his hand on the material that's up there, and the plan is to attempt to ensnare it as it comes towards us.
Okay. So after about a minute of waiting, you feel like the movement of something beneath where your hand is. And it's at that moment that you see three of them come around the corner, running along the walls towards the party.
Do I see it before they do? Can I still scream out the number, or
Do that because you're higher up than everyone else.
we got 3 of them coming on the ceiling? Run a fight, your choice, boys and girls.
Well, my
Up to
little
everyone.
move them, but we have to be ready to throw down.
Okay.
Finn also looks ready to throw down.
Okay, so are people running, or are people does anybody break for like running away from these things, or is everybody standing there just ready to go?
I was gonna basically do it, try and hide right quick so that when they won't see me and I can get to drop on one of them, like an ambush type thing.
Yep. Roll Dex stealth.
Okay.
And then everybody else can roll initiative.
All right.
Okay.
So 5, 8.
You said there would be no plot, Joey. You made promises.
This isn't plot. I'm sorry, this isn't plot.
This
Oh
is
God.
real. This is just shit happening.
With stamina, right?
It is for initiative. It is you roll your wits, or you roll you 1d10, and then you add the sum total of your wits and dexterity to that result.
Gotcha.
So I got 1, 2, 3. I don't know what the diff was, but assuming 6, I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, with 4, you are able to hide yourself, and you will get a surprise action before everyone else goes in initiative. So once you guys have your initiative totals, can you put them in the side chat so I can sort everyone into proper order?
Do I still roll initiative or do something different?
You can roll initiative now, and that'll be your initiative after you take your surprise action.
Joey, do you want to roll for my chimera, or do you want me to just do that?
Because it's your chimera. I'm not super tough about it. Oh gosh, I can't actually see the side chat because the Discord notification's coming up. Right. Hope everyone remembers how much glimmer they got when they came into the scene. Okay, and then,
Play and roll. Should I roll that?
yes, go ahead. Well, it looks like you're actually getting the top of the initiative even after your surprise action, Marcus.
Shit, Mark might
I have a
off.
dex of 5.
This is true. Thomas and Finn are tied for initiative. Ooh, what's your guys' dex? Actually, I think.
No, he gets it unless he has a dex of 2, which I highly doubt.
No, he has 3.
So when my chimera go before Cardalin, or we just don't let him go?
What's your chimera's dex?
5.
I have 1 point of ground left.
Oh dear, You're just on. Oh, you're in Kim's shoes. That 1 point of glamour life.
Dude, I don't even have a point of glamour.
Kim, what was your total for your what is your chimera's dexterity?
5.
Oh yeah, then the chimera goes before me, and you are never,
Alright.
ever allowed to bitch about the dragon I generated ever again.
I will
Okay.
bitch about that dragon.
So after Sue gets his surprise action, here is the initiative order. I'll post in the side chat so everybody can see. So go ahead and go for your action, Marcus. There's one in the vent beneath
Okay,
you,
cool.
and then there's the 3 on the hallway.
Well, that's cute. Acrosaurus! Wham! Sit down through the little vent thing that he can see.
I only caught part of that.
He says, "We got rats in the sewers," and he slams it down to the spear, down to where it is, through where it is.
I'm gonna say it's not gonna be able to dodge, so you can go ahead and just roll the dex, melee, and then apply the rollover.
8. One, 2, 3. Does fast count?
I'm gonna say yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 successes. I don't know what the damage of spear is.
It's +2.
Six. That's 13 dice. So just roll 13 dice.
Yep. Go to this thing's stats. Oh geez. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lethal. It takes 3. So you hear how many of you guys have watched the Alien movies and know that shriek they give off?
Yes.
I do. I love the Alien movies, even though Cassie doesn't.
Okay, that is your surprise action,
Something wrong with all of them.
and now it's your regular action.
Cool. Then I'm gonna stab it again because it's still there.
Go for it. As you pull out the spearhead is smoking, but it's not actually dissolving.
2 shots. It's got another end.
So it's 3 to hit. Well, 4. 4 successes because of the 10.
Okay.
So
You can try to move out the way.
So all of you, as as you guys hear Sue yell this, and then he's just stabbing down twice into this vent above you, as the other 3 are charging across the hallway, or down the hallway, I should say, towards you. Actually,
Alrighty.
switch to
So it's Zeal next.
I don't think Marcus has rolled damage yet.
Oh, my bad.
I didn't know that lost any. That move out the way. Is what I'm asking.
Oh no, it's because it hasn't dodged. No, it doesn't have the
Okay,
move to
cool.
dodge. It is all like, I'm gonna be sneaky, and you're like, ha ha, that's what you thought.
Shit.
dokie. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lethal. Let's see if it soaks any.
Man, this is you rolling soak. I've seen you roll soak.
Okay, to be fair, this is only such good soak because it's got armor. Okay, it. God damn it, Tim! Why'd you say that?
Fucking told
Holy
you.
shit.
Yeah, dude.
Tim's
It's
jinx
so
us, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, he rolled soak like a baller.
Okay, now it's Zeal's action.
Okay. So the only options I've got right now are stab the thing in the vent along with Zoo, or break formation and charge after 3 Xenomorphs solo.
Don't be
Pretty
dumb.
much, unless you
Hey,
want to
Tim,
do
what's
some
your
other
seed?
stuff.
Hey Tim, what's your Sealy legacy?
Paladin, but she is not crazy. A lot. Actually, I know what she's gonna do. We're gonna do an art casting.
And since combat has officially started, both of the Scatha have gone eerily quiet.
All right. Yeah, Zeal's eyes have dilated. People's of her eyes have dilated and everything. Just keep in the thematics with all this. All right, Zeal's going to be using Dragon's Ire 1.
Okay.
With the Scene Realm and the Time Realm. Both
Oh
at one.
dear.
And she's going to keep in the themes of this Dream Realm, or Nightmare Realm, rather. She's going to walk up, not too far away from the group, obviously. Stand her ground in front of the 3 Xenomorphs coming.
2.
And she'll say,
No, there's 3
"Come
coming down
her,
the way.
you bitch."
Yes, I was hoping you'd say that. All right, so I'm gonna give you a -4 for that bunk because it was thematically appropriate.
Alrighty.
Which you have the +2 from diff, so in total it's a net -2.
Yeah. We are at -2.
However, base diff is 7 because we're in the dreaming.
Oh shit! You fucking see? Oh shit. Okay. I didn't know we was
It's
considered
only
in the
the-
dreaming.
Yeah, it's only the first level of the dreaming, like the near dreaming, I think it's called, but it still helps.
My diff is 4.
Go ahead and roll that magic bean footage.
Watch me botch this.
I'm gonna laugh my
There's
black
2.
ass off. You do.
There's 2. So let's go for power on this. Everyone in the room, all of Zeal's allies, every character here, you're going to be getting +2 strength for 3 rounds.
What if it pushes you over 5?
Take it.
Then you still get it. Yeah, it's magic. You still get it.
Oh shit.
So for 3 rounds, you get +2 strength. Okay. The first Xenomorph is their action. So it's going to see, oh, hey, look, exposed flesh, and it's going to leap for Zeal.
Thank God I can regenerate.
Pretty much.
7 points.
Okay, 3 to hit.
Okay.
I do not believe. Yeah, you used your actions. You can't dodge.
Yeah. That's not
Right. Over. It is using its claws. It ain't that bad, Tim.
It's going to be pretty bad.
It ain't that bad. You can regenerate. See,
Oh,
soak
oh.
1,
This one. Alrighty. Thank God I can soak with stamina.
right? Aren't you? You're wearing mail too, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I am. That's right. It's like just a really thin, like bulletproof vest and shit. All
Yeah.
stylish.
When this is over, she plate for everyone.
Oh damn it! I'll have to roll this through 2 separate dice pools because one's at a higher depth. Either way, I soaked it with my stamina.
So what you guys see is you see this Xenomorph. You see one of them just leap off of the wall and as it leaps towards, I'm having a brain, brain fart. As it leaps towards Zeal, it slashes at her, and its claws kind of skitter off her side. As it went past her as it jumped to the wall on the other side of her.
Yep. Zeal definitely takes the hit, and she kind of whips to the side a bit. But she turns around and looks at it, wipes some blood off her cheek. Well, now you done pissed me off.
Hey, Kim, it is your Kusith's action.
Does he also get the +2 to strength?
Tim, what realm did you use? Fae, correct?
Yes, I used. Yo, shit, I used Fae. Yeah.
What level of Fae do you have?
I have 3.
Okay, yes, that would affect him. Because 3 is Manifold Chimera.
Hey, what? Oh,
Yep.
Ooh, awesome.
Okay. He's just going to. I don't know. What's the nearest one?
The nearest one would be the one that just went and slashed at Zeal, because Thomas is more towards the back of the party, correct?
I think so.
Yeah, and his hound would be with him.
Yes. Okay, so he's gonna go for that one then.
Okay, charge forward and attack it.
Yep.
Roll that bean footage.
Oh.
You rolled rolls dice. Don't worry, I do that all the time.
Hey, guess which one I'm more used to? Are you serious? Look, 2 successes is good enough for government work. Whatever.
Exactly.
Because it can't dodge this round.
8, 9. Okay. This is ag damage because I totally took that.
Hey Tim, next time I'm bringing, or sorry, hey Jerry, next time I'm bringing my dragon. Dragon solves all problems.
Dragon wouldn't fit in here.
Curses foiled by logistics.
Okay, is that damage roll?
Yep. All those 10s do.
Alright, let's see if it's enough.
Damn, these motherfuckers can soak ag damage? What the fuck?
Sorry.
Armor.
What?
Damn, bruh.
60-point chimera my ass. The fuck?
How many points was the Chimera, Kim?
My chimera, I put all 5 into it.
Yeah. And did you build your Chimera, Kim?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, she didn't. I was hanging out with her when she was doing that.
By the way, Kim, you're
I started my Chimera. Oh.
each of these is only 10 points less than your Kusith as far as Chimera points. Okay, now it is. Now it is Cardalin.
I'm gonna try the thing that my thing does because raisins. Cardalin will kind of, bring himself up to his full height as he whips his hand around his head. For those of you who are looking at him, a brilliant spark of red appears on his ring finger of his left hand, and he says, Amaleth Thul Amathaler Semranan Asather. Ring of fire, ring that burns so bright. Instill us with the courage to strike down the night, or something like that. And we'll use Ultra Mega Super Enkindle. That's apparently a thing.
Yep. So you guys, all of you feel like this, like the warmth of like family, that warm feeling you get, when it's a, nice family night. Everyone's, full and happy, and it's just that really content, happy feeling, of like you had what you're kind of just happy. That general sort of feeling rises up in you, and you realize, well, these things maybe, these things may look horrifying, but
Are we fucking fearless right now?
Yes.
well, I wouldn't say fearless, but you are highly resistant to fear.
All right.
And Cassie, you're up. You suddenly don't feel as overwhelmed by this situation. You've just gotten this boost of self-confidence and like courage.
Okay. Cassie is continuously looking for kind of maybe a doorway, a passageway that can exit out, but she knows it's not like she remembers the movies correctly. All these doors like dead ends, so she knows they're gonna have to like barrow through these things in order to find a way out. So Cassie's gonna kind of get a little bit behind. What's it, Zeal, just to show support, and she's got her dagger in her hand, and she's just like, okay, they make a move, I'll go, but I won't. I'm not gonna jump into the maw of a fucking xenomorph. Their mentalities that she must maintain. Also, the fact that she doesn't know how to fucking fight one of these things. She can stab one in the mouth, but that's about it. Though the
Okay,
mouth
so
would be a sensitive part.
Gotcha. So she's just basically getting behind Zeal for like
Support.
Okay.
She will kind of whisper behind towards Zeal and mention that their mouths might actually be the most sensitive part of them because everything else is just pure armor. Because they also have that secondary mouth.
Yep.
So like that would be their primary weak spot, which explains the giant teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very technological.
So that's how you get a face of alien wingworm.
God damn it, Marcus.
No, yeah, all right.
That's beautiful. All right, Finn, you're up. So there's still two on the wall coming down towards you guys, but there's also one on the other side of you, from like on the other side of Zeal from you. There we go. I can English, I
so
swear.
what he's going to do is he's going to Wayfare 1, that xenomorph that just attacked Zeal, towards the other two that is running up in hopes of like a collision.
Yep.
And his bunk for
faith?
that, he has 3.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure.
So his bunk is going to be, he's going to pull like a Tai Chi move, like he's going to make a large circular motion with his right arm, and then he's going to deliver a punch right into its torso. He's doing the death strike.
All right. So I'm gonna say that's a -2 diff from the space of 7. And what is your affinity realm? I believe it's nature as a satyr.
I believe so.
Okay, so you don't get the -1 for that.
Yeah. So, do you want me to roll for the punch first?
Is it intended to do damage or just be part of the bunk?
It is a part of the bunk. He's like punching it to send it flying away.
Okay, then I'm gonna say no, since it's not actually intended to do damage.
Okay.
And since it's not focused on you, it's not like worried about dodging because it can't dodge this round anyways.
Gotcha. I just wanted to know if you want to have the punch land or not.
Gotcha.
It's 4d10. Difficulty is 5, I believe.
Yep, should be.
That is 3 successes.
All right, so it just flies backwards, and as it's flying, because I believe you said 3 successes?
Yeah, 3.
It's a pretty good distance. It's like 3 stories or some shit like that. So it flies back, hitting one of them, and like the 2 of them go flying backwards down the hall.
Plus ultra.
And now it is our beloved Treebeard. It is your action.
I'll just hold my action.
Okay. So the first one is the first xenomorph, or the second one I should say, is spending its action disentangling itself from the other one and making a full move up back towards you guys. While the third one is going to try and grapple Zeal from behind.
6.
All right, 5 dice. No, 6 dice.
Damn, these things really don't fucking like Zeal.
I mean, she's the one at the front of the pack.
That's fair.
It is getting a flank.
Damn.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Sorry.
How many successes are you looking at here?
5.
I actually might be able to beat that.
Okay, go for it. Now let me actually double check the brawling rule or the rules for grappling, because I don't know if it's next turn that you get to start or where is it? Combat.
I think it's next turn that they both have to roll opposed. Tim will be grappled, and basically on its next turn, you roll opposed again. And then if it wins, it'll be able to clinch him for bashing damage, and if not, he basically can break free. Either that or on his turn, he can attempt to break free.
Okay, I think that's what it is too. I just want to make sure so I'm not like screwing Tim over by doing a rule wrong. Is it really not fucking... Okay, evidently it's not in maneuvers.
277.
277? Thank you. All right, here it is. Grapple. Okay, the first turn of the grapple. So the attacker does strength bashing damage. Subsequent turns. So the first turn of the grapple, the attacker just... So the first turn, I just do strength bashing. And then on subsequent turns, they both act on their initiative and can each choose to either attempt or escape the clinch or to inflict strength damage on her opponent. When inflicting grapple damage on the first turn of the grapple, no attack rolls are necessary, only the damage roll. Characters in a clinch can perform no other actions. Escaping from grapple requires the character to make a resisted strength plus brawl roll against her opponent. The character rolls more successes, she breaks free. If she does not, the clinch continues. All right.
Alrighty.
So it's going to roll strength for bashing damage.
Okay.
I really hope I don't kill you, Tim. Okay.
I'll be alright.
4 bashing.
I soak 2 of it.
Okay, so you have 2 bashing on you. And it is, I believe, yes, back up to Sue's turn.
Sue is going to do split his die pool. He's going to save 4 for carrying and roll 4 dice to stab this thing in the face.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah, now the one behind her, is that the one that Sue was stabbing?
No, there's 4 of them in total. Sue has the one that was above you guys, and then there's 2 down the hall, from the one that John hit and sent flying into the other one, and then there's the one on you, which is a completely separate one.
Okay. I got you.
Gotcha. So you got 3, 2 to hit.
If fast,
3.
If fast counts, I got 3.
Right. So it still can't dodge because it's still trying to. This is like happening in like 3 seconds. It's still kind of figuring out what the fuck's going on. So go ahead.
Where is my food hitting back? Why is my food doing this?
Pretty much.
Get it.
2, 3, 4. 4 damage, I believe.
5.
5. Okay. Hope you break through. Okay. It takes the 2 necessary to kill it. So it is dead.
Yes.
One in...
Yes, but now I just have a stick.
It helps. It is a really nice and possibly collectible stick.
That makes me feel better, thank you.
Hey, to be fair, at least it wasn't your spear that got like burnt up. It's just that
True.
scrub that ran.
Somebody's gonna be pissed.
All right, Tim, it is your action. So are you going to attempt to escape or try and do strength in bashing to this thing?
Zeal's definitely going to try to get out of this. Being in a grapple with the Xenomorph doesn't sound like the best idea.
Nope. And don't forget,
no,
this applies
they're
for your
pure
house
grapple
boon.
animals. They're pure grapple creatures.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, don't forget that +1 you get.
Yep. So we get that opposed strength ball. I'll spend that willpower to I'm definitely gonna get my paladin legacy for this.
Hmm. So you spent a willpower?
Can you spend willpower for auto successes on combat rolls here?
I mean, considering it's basically I'm going to be fighting as hard as I can, like I'm gonna say yes. The book says any roll that the SD approves.
That's fair. I'll go with it then. Get the auto success.
Okay. So when you guys spend willpower and rolls, make sure to tag it with the hashtag and then spending willpower so we know.
Okay.
Roger that.
Oh
Damn.
no!
There's
It's
one
not a
though.
botch. It's not
It's
a
one
botch.
though.
Okay.
Oh. One success.
Damn. Damn.
It is very firmly got zeal.
Yeah.
I swear, Tim, I'm not trying to kill you.
He has a whole other homie to help. He'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine, bro. You got this.
Okay. So it is going to make a bite attack.
Alrighty.
It's going to go for the head. Now, someone saved their action, and if they have magic, they might be able to do something, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to think of something to do.
I can change my action if I spend a willpower point. I could have, if I didn't know.
I think
Well,
you
you
can only
did
change your
use-
action now to a full defensive action. I don't think you can change it to actually, an action. Ah,
Changing actions. Complications. I don't see anything on it. But yeah, it's just going to make a bite attack, which is just strength +1.
Additional action gain and that goes for the end of the turn, so I still got one more.
Okay, well, if you want to spend that willpower and try and intervene with your
Well,
split dice
it doesn't
pool.
happen. I can't, because any additional actions gained through cantrips or swing die pools occur at the end of the turn.
Ah, okay.
Damn it,
Only-
Cassie, right there. She tried to stab it in the head or something.
I mean, to be fair, it still has to do like 7 damage on this hit. Kill Tim.
Yeah, no, like honestly, guy, like yeah. This is still it's a xenomorph, but yeah, she's built to kind of deal with this shit.
Yeah, so what it does is it doesn't bite, and it does like the inner jaw bite through your shoulder, your left arm.
Is that how much damage I'm taking?
It kind of can't.
What are you saying, Marcus?
I mean, can it really? Because of we're inflicting grapple damage. On the attack roll is necessary on the damage roll. Characters in the fence can perform no other actions. Check and squeeze. Can't fight them.
I'm just going with because that's how they do in the movies. That is what they do. They grapple you and then they bite.
Your game. Do what you want. It's in the book.
Okay. Was that just your stamina roll, Tim?
Yeah, I did stamina and my armor. I soaked 2 of that.
Okay, so take 2 lethal. And now it is on to your little puppy, Kim.
Got you. You know what? He's just gonna use fear on whichever one. Okay, so I'm assuming there's like 2 or 3 on Zeal right now.
There's just 1.
No,
The other 2 are still climbing up the hallway because they got blown back.
Okay, I'm gonna use fear on one of them then, because I can apparently only use it on one person per turn.
So, just be scared.
by the way, because this might be quite important for everyone involved, actually. So since Enkindle is basically the kind of the second level to Flicker Fire or whatever the fuck it's called, rank 1 summer. Does that mean that when I did the whole give people the courage to fight, etc., that they get the -1 break that basically it lowers diff by 1?
I'd say in certain situations, just not in every situation. Like if they have to roll willpower against it, they auto succeed. If they, natural power, like yeah, I'd say they get minus diff.
Okay.
Like if they're trying to make them afraid. Right. So you
Cool. Sorry, continue on, Ken.
use Sphere Chem?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
one of the ones climbing up.
All right.
So it would be paralyzed in horror for 8 rounds, unless, it can roll willpower to reduce the duration by 1 per turn per success.
Okay, so your Chimera spins from Glamour. So I'm imagining that when it does this, it does the whole ghostly howl sort of thing from like Legend, right?
Hella.
What is your permanent Glamour? Or the Chimera's permanent Glamour, I should say.
8.
Okay. So it's going to try and roll willpower. Watch this amazing willpower dice it has. Sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth between several different tabs trying to make sure I got everything right. All right, so it is 6 turns. It is paralyzed.
There we go.
And now it is Cardalin.
I didn't think I'd have to trip this as early as I am, but I need to help kill these motherfuckers. So, Joey, what do you, he's going to trip his living legend to basically get what I'm lovingly going to refer to as Tolkien elf levels of dexterity, whatever you feel that level of dexterity is.
I'd say that is Dex 6 because it's superhuman. It's not like insane.
Yeah. That is entirely fair, and I'm not going to attack the one that's on. I'm not going to attack the one that's on Tim because I think everyone's about to ruffle stomp it. So I'm going to move forward.
Yeah.
Cool.
My bad.
So I'm going to move forward, and I'm actually going to split my pool to attack both of the oncoming ones.
Yep.
Because great sword to the face for science.
Roll your first attack. The first one you attack cannot dodge.
Excellent.
This is
What is the
feared.
rules? Can you spend willpower on each attack in a multi-attack, or can you not?
I don't think there's an actual ruling on that for when you split your die pool.
Either way, you can only spend 1 willpower per turn.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. In that case, he will just attack normally the first one, and he'll spend the willpower for the second one.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Let me know
So we're
first
one,
in the turn.
roll your attack.
Yeah. So that one's going to be that. F5, because apparently great swords are difficulty 5 to hit people with. I don't know why, but that'll be. That was
Gotta roll. You gotta put
dice wrong. Yeah. Give me a second. I know what I did wrong. Slash. What was it? Slash or? Oh yeah, slash or roll. 5 successes.
4 rollover.
Okay, cool. Oh, Tim, we get extra strength because of you, don't we?
Yes,
Yep.
you get 2 extra strength.
Okay, so that's 2 extra strength plus my 2 basic strength, which is 4, plus the 2 rollover, which is 6. Plus, I think a great sword is 6 damage, isn't it? Under C20.
I have
Okay.
the pool right here. Or not the pool, the weapons chart. Yeah, a great sword is strength +6 lethal.
Okay, so he's rolling 12 lethal. And I did it again. I'm bad at this. Sorry, I will just do it right. I can do it right. Oh no, it did it for me. So the first one will take.
Well, no, that was your first roll. Yeah,
Yeah, that
you
was
still
the
got
first roll.
you still got to roll the 12 dice.
Okay, cool. So slash roll.
Just the growing pains of learning how to use a new system.
Yes,
Yep.
so that is 7 successes on damage.
Okay, so this one does get a soak. Soaks are reflexive. And it takes 4.
It does not look happy with life. And the other one that I have to hit, this is the one that I am going to spend the willpower on because science. Yep, so that's going to be that. Hashtag willpower.
This one does get a dodge, though.
Yes, it does. So that's 4 successes with the willpower.
Okay. Okay, you hit it, but there's no rollover.
Wait, it got 2 successes. I got 4 successes. Should there not be 1 rollover?
There would be. I'm sorry, I forgot you spent willpower on that roll.
No worries. So that would still be. That's still 11 dice of damage.
I swear I know what I'm doing, and I'm not just winging it as we go. I swear.
Honest to God. Watch it shot. Holy crap, it was a terrible roll. It takes 3 damage.
It's not.
Okay, cool.
So, just so it is now. If I go to my little initiative thing, it is now Cassie's action.
Mm-hmm. So, there is one xenomorph currently grappling Seal, right?
Yep.
It was immobilized, I think, wasn't it?
It was a what?
Immobilized?
No, she immobilized another one.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm not too sure which one is immobilized and which one isn't.
The immobilized
So
one is
one of
further
them-
down the hall.
Okay. And there's one grappling Zeal. And where's the other one?
The other one
upstairs?
is the third one is down the hall. Like the third one is down the hall towards the immobilized one is.
Okay. Alright. Choices.
Attack from the rear, you get it going.
What?
If you attack from the rear, you get a bonus.
If I attack from the rear?
It's called Panel.
Pain. Well, there's a giant swooshing tail back there, so I imagine there's pain.
I mean, you could unleash.
I'm considering it.
Unleash Winter. Cassie doesn't actually know about magic. It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, just, you're in the middle of your dream dance. Can you just
Very
go,
much so in the
go
middle
wild?
of everything.
Do it.
You know what? Sure.
Okay.
I'll have Cassie unleashed because obviously there's Xenomorph grappling with someone who was helping her. There are 2 more back there, and really she just wants to go home. She wants to know what the fuck is going on, but she also wants to know go home.
So what was your results on your glamour roll before the scene started? I believe you got, if I scroll way up here, I can find it. Just give me a second.
I don't think I did a roll because I was busy doing her sheet. That must have, like, I would do one.
That's right, because you chrysalis. I'm going to assume because you're in the middle of your dream dance, you're at full glamour.
You're at what glamour?
Full glamour, so you have 5 glamour right now. So you got to, because you got to spend 2 to unleash.
Okay.
Right?
And then you roll against your permanent. Then you roll against your permanent glamour rating, don't you?
You take a nightmare dice, so you add 1 to your nightmare rating, and then you roll nightmare plus glamour. Let me find it, so I don't get this. So I don't fuck this up. Quote right from the book. So you roll a number of dice equal to your glamour rating plus the number of dice equal to your nightmare rating, difficulty 7. So you'd be rolling 6 dice at difficulty 7.
6 dice?
Yep.
6d10? Div 7?
Yep.
All right, let's hope this works, because...
I mean, to be fair, you have a lot better chance of controlling it, to be fair.
However, before you roll it, what is your intention with the unleashing?
Yes, state your intention. Just in a simple sentence.
She just wants them to stop completely.
Oh.
Better hope you don't get more than 3 successes. Just saying. Okay.
Listen, she just wants them to stop so they can get away. She just wants them to stop.
Yep.
Tim, I really hope I don't hurt your character.
Just go for it.
I got backups. It's fine.
3 successes.
All right.
No,
So
2 successes.
So you control how the unleashing manifests.
Okay.
I was gonna say you invoke the weird 2, but you're in the dream, so that doesn't matter anyways.
Okay. So it's what? It's Winter 2. How does Winter unleash exactly? I've never seen one actually use Winter recently.
So you said stop them. You want them to stop. A really good one for that would be like, a wave of ice pushes out for you, covering them and freezing them solid without touching your friends.
Okay. So for what Cassie will do is she would just yell out, fucking stop. And the icicles that were following her earlier will kind of wave forward, encasing these withering monstrosities and holding them to the very floors. Perhaps with a little more damage than she intended, but she just wants it all to stop. Them to just stop so they can go on their fucking way.
Yep. So yeah, the 3 living xenomorphs are now completely frozen solid.
Yeah.
So combat's over now.
Finn is going to immediately help Zeal get out from the icy hug.
Icy hug.
My character's got a gray mare of 1. Are you using the optional rule there, Joey?
I think I know what you're really talking about. It's the one for harvesting glamour from Chimera, correct?
Ooh.
Forget what it's called, but I think I know what you're talking about.
I can get you the page number just a second.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through the book looking for it now. So.
Well, that was just a positive roller coaster. She gets up.
Right, well, Cardinal's currently Cadlin's currently cleaning, blood off his sword before it decays away the fine filigree work in it. He says, "Aye, well, look on the bright side. We definitely know the lass has potential."
For sure. Zeal's going to take a rest right quick, as everyone's doing their thing. If Cassie's watching Zeal, she'll notice that. Feels... Huh? Oh, yours page numbering, all right. as Zeal's taking a breather. Cassie will notice that Zeal's wounds that were just done to her by the xenomorph are closing up.
Very good, Joey.
Awesome, thank you.
Finn is going to crouch down next to Zeal. Good to go.
My character played T-ball when he was younger. He walks over to one of the frozen xenomorphs and goes, "Booyah!" Knocks the frozen head off.
Yep.
And just kind of rips a piece off. So what am I rolling?
Glamour difficulty 7.
Current or my real?
Are these? I'm sorry.
And you can get up to 5 glamour from this. You can roll once a turn. Or 5 dross, I should say.
What is he doing? Cassie's gonna say, like, gesturing towards this man.
Carolyn will walk up and kind of give a distasteful look at the pixie before he'll say, "Nothing, my dear. As I've said, I will explain it all, hopefully in a few moments when we have a nice cup of tea and a nice warm place to sit down."
Yes, these... They're going to stay here, or they're going to disappear later?
I believe they'll stay for the time being, but once we leave, they won't haunt you anymore.
I'll be glad of it. I'm just kind of sneer at for a second. She'll sneer at the corpse, and then it'll fade quickly.
Good.
So-
Give in to your inner she.
So Marcus, the first time you tried harvesting, when you hit it, the piece of the head that you hit was frozen so solid that when it hit the ground, it shattered. But the second one, you're able to get 3 points of glamour from it, from your second harvesting, or 3 points of dross, I should say.
It's too bad. They could be useful. The bodies, that is.
It's distasteful, but not everybody's got a freehold. You know what I mean? Just get out of here.
Zeal, who I figure is completely regenerated, is now like, she stands up. I agree with the Pisky. Let's keep moving.
Aye.
Well, but there is one thing. Since the head of my, because I'm a total nerd from watching all the Alien comics and everything. He rips the freaking spiked tail off, and he's gonna use it. He's gonna have somebody make him a chimerical, make him another spear out of it.
Oh, I know what you're doing. You're doing the thing from Alien versus Predator, right?
Yes, yes.
That's fucking
okay, you know what? I will totally make it just to say I've made that spear.
I mean, if anything, it's a
You
war.
feel me though?
For that work, though.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all feel me though? Y'all feel me, right?
Oh yeah.
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 Okay. Now we can go.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your dice pool. Having a blank. Fuck. Evan. There we go.
What am I rolling?
You said you'd make it, so just roll Dex Crafts.
Oh, you mean you want me to roll it right now? Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Because if you're making it right now,
I
make sure you
was going to wait till I get back to my workshop, but yes.
well, because he wants to basically, from what I understand, Marcus wants a weapon now because his spear's kind of
Okay. In that case, Cardlin will kind of kneel down. He'll take some basically pins and other metal grafts from his armor, and he'll get to work. Let me make that sweet roll. Uno memento. 4
And since it's outside of your area of specialty, I'm gonna put +1 diff on it.
Oh,
That's fair.
Okay.
I will, however, drop that down by 2 with Master Craftsman. So it will be a total of diff 5, and I will just find where I put Discord. There I put Discord. And we'll roll some dice. Okay, so that would be a total of, because I'm still rocking high for the rest of my scene on my supernatural Fey dex. So that will be Dexcraft set. And
So what were you saying, Tim? Oh yeah, he makes the spear for you, Marcus. Like he makes that spear pretty fucking awesomely.
Oh shit! While he's doing that, because I
Nice.
assume it takes more than a couple of minutes, right?
Probably take about
Well,
10 minutes or so.
Cool. You'll harvest one of the corpses too, because fuck it. Especially if
Right.
Cassie looks interested.
Yep. Go ahead. Roll Glamour Diff 7. You can get up to 5 from each corpse. So one of them's already. Marcus got 3 from one of them. So there's from all 3. And your successes are how much dross you get, and mark down somewhere on your character sheet, like add it in a post or something, so that we remember how much you get.
Okay. There's 3 for the first one.
Cassie's just curious about the shelling. These things are near impenetrable. The scientist in her is just like, ooh, I could find uses for these.
You want to drag a body back?
If we take a body, who will see it? I've never seen things like this before. I'm assuming there are people who cannot.
It's
First
on
person on the board, lady.
from where he's kneeling, working with the tail. Cardinal will say, "It's unwise to move nightmares around outside nightmare realms. Bad things tend to follow them."
So I cannot keep the whole thing.
I mean, as I said, he will say as he stands up and kind of, he looks down at the spear, which by his standards is very rudimentary, but he kind of nods as in, it will do, before he hands it to the Fisky, and he says, "I'm using bits and pieces of them in order to do something, but ultimately, they themselves have a residual energy, or resonance. If they leave this place, they bring that resonance with them where they go."
Point taken.
I'm on Sealy. I can give a fuck.
Let me know when you guys head down the hallway. When everybody heads down the hallway. Because I think people
You
want
might
to do
not
some more
get-
harvesting.
Mm-hmm.
As he turns to start walking down the corridor, he'll say, "You might not give a fuck, my Fisky friend. However, I assure you the barons and the counts do."
Cassie will kind of
Problem.
follow Carlin. She doesn't really want these things following her anymore, in all honesty, no matter how useful they could be.
This is fucking cool.
Okay. So is anyone else grabbing any of that sweet dross, or is everybody just heading down the hallway?
Cassie doesn't know what dross is, so she's gonna ignore it. Keeps on walking.
Yeah, Zeal will probably last Finn to get in, but no biggie.
I'm not going to lie, Cardinal finds the idea of harvesting dross from Chimera distasteful.
Kim?
No.
John?
John had to do a BRB.
BRB. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll give him a retroactive chance when he gets back. So everybody's heading down the hallway, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys go about 15 feet down the hallway with no sounds, nothing happening, and there's a turn. The hallway just turns left and keeps going. And as soon as everyone passes that turn, you're suddenly no longer, you feel that twisting in your gut, and you're no longer in the, metal corridor. Now you're back in the trees, but this isn't Central Park trees. The moon's high in the sky. You can hear birds, chirping. It looks like a cabin in front of you. In fact, you can see 2 more down on the other edge of the lake. And there's a little pier at the lake. And there's this big old lake right in front of you. And then there's the woods all around you with the cabins in them.
What fresh hell is this? Is this Connecticut?
Oh, and if everybody wants to roll perception alertness, go ahead.
Yeah, Zeal will say this shit. This looks like fucking Vermont. Yeah, fuck Vermont.
If anybody wants to roll that perception alertness, go ahead. Let me know what you get.
Is it based on sight?
Yes, it is based on sight.
5
6.
successes.
Okay.
I see all the things.
Cassie sees two things.
It is diff 6, Marcus. Okay, so everyone sees there's the dirt path that you guys are standing on, and the dirt path goes down and it splits off into a couple of other trails, and you see standing at that little crossroads a sign, beaten into the ground that says "Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake."
Oh
you've got
fuck
to
no! Fuck no! 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 Hell no! Hell fucking no!
Is everyone audibly freaking out?
Welcome to Halloween. Happy Samhain, everybody. Every single fucking year.
It's not fucking Halloween. It's Friday the
I'm not
13th.
gonna lie.
We have a Friday the 13th later this week.
Okay, so we're gonna be dealing with Jason Voorhees, right?
Oh my
Listen,
god,
just-
I didn't fucking plan that, Maya. Oh my god, that's fucking amazing.
Yo, I know many things about the month of October. Okay, this is my spiritual time.
So what you're saying is
Just-
October is in fact your spirit animal.
Yes, the whole thing, all the cheesiness and all the terrible, terrible crimes. I love it.
Mine's a honey badger.
Honey badgers are welcome.
Finn is
Honey badgers don't give no shit. It's great.
Guys, let John speak, please.
I'm sorry.
He's gonna poke Zeal.
Yeah.
What's the problem this time?
We're at a summer camp where I'm fairly sure that there is going to be some sort of crazy axe murderer trying to kill us.
We were out of practice for a while.
Oh, that's very quiet, dude. I'm sorry.
He said we were out of practice for a while.
We were out of practice. I am very glad we had this opportunity.
Cassie's
Hey,
just-
I get the mask though, right?
you get to what?
Mask.
If I remember correctly, in the third movie, someone got the mask or got a mock mask, and they got stabbed in the throat. So maybe don't.
I
do
don't
the
definitely
mask.
get stabbed by the throat.
Let's hope we never have to see. Quick little game of never have I ever. Sex, drugs, not listening to parents. Raise your hand now.
You hear just very low at the very edges of your hearing. Yep. It's very faintly at the edges of your hearing.
Is everyone here a victim in a horror movie?
My character runs like top speed, and he jumps, and he's gonna land on top of one of the cabins. He's gonna run up the side of it and be on the roof. So that way he can get a higher.
He could be inside the cabin. Work.
Neil's going to check. She's just going to look at everyone very quickly. She's going to nod. It's almost as if she crossed something out in her head. And she says, "Well, all right. I have never seen Friday the 13th. So how does this go? How do we kill it?"
You don't. He's like, Freddy, you don't. I mean, first time it was his mother, and then it was him. Just don't separate. Do not separate. No drugs, no lewd humor. It's basically the best it's the best sort of cautionary tale for teenagers in the 80s and 90s. Listen to your fucking parents, or when you go to getaway camp, someone will fucking kill you.
By the way, does anybody here have common sense? Just
No.
I do have
Yes.
common sense. Cassie has common sense. That's why she's spewing this shit. She's just
Okay.
like, I fucking know this.
with your common sense, you do know that Jason doesn't usually hunt outside the camp, except for that one movie. So if you can get outside the camp, you're
We don't.
probably safe.
I would point out we don't speak of that movie.
Yeah. What movie? There is no such thing as that movie. Thank you. Okay.
Cadlin will look around and he will sigh and he will say, "Very well then. In that case, I believe our best option is to run."
No. Okay. If you run, you have to run together. He will start picking
That's-
you apart.
He will then nod. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Cassie's gonna look quickly around. Are there any automobiles?
There is one in front of one of the cabins, but the hood is up, and you can see there's no battery in it.
Yeah, I figured that. Okay, what's it? Camp Crystal Lake has trails. I think it's the bunny trail that leads towards like the sex cabinet, so it would avoid the bunny trail. Um, shit. But we just have to find the main road that leads off the premises, and we should be fine. But we have to be like away from the premises, because Camp Crystal Lake is like a claw. It's a big fucking premises.
Calm.
Back.
Oh, by the way,
Ron, Algerian.
I will point
Silver.
out you still feel you will still be feeling calm and kind of brave and collected
Okay.
because that's still a thing. Hooray!
I mean, you're still panicking, but it's kind of the courage that you have is kind of helping you counteract it.
Okay, we just have to clear our heads, keep clear, and do not separate. Do not separate.
Very well then.
Just have platonic feelings all the time.
So, Marcus, with your 2 successes, you see on the other side of the party, like away from you, you know, kind of a bit of ways from your vantage point, you can see just a glint of something in the trees, like of steel.
Now then,
Guys,
Mr. Brad.
look up. He gestures
Yes?
with the spear at the thing he's used.
I see. Mr. Bradford, if you'd like, I don't believe that your wheelchair will be able to, unfortunately, go with us, but I am more than happy to carry you.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I thought you were gonna say we're leaving you here.
No, that's how you immediately get killed. Oh my god, no. The
I'm
person
trying
who
to-
suggests it and the person they left behind get killed.
I'm
Right.
far too honorable, unfortunately.
Oh, my heart attack there was real.
And this is
Go
this is
out.
you found Dad. It's not staying behind. No.
Hmm.
Yeah,
He
no.
looks over at the dude. He goes, "Can you do that same trick you did with the monster with that vehicle there and hit that thing over there?"
He said that to who?
What?
I think to you, Finn.
Yeah, blind. Yeah, you. That was flinging people or whatever. Can you do that with that machine there, the car?
Could.
Shove the car?
If that goes wrong, it'll go very wrong.
We would have to form a guard around them. Him in the center.
Cardinal kind of he sighs and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, while we debate this, time is running out. We have legs, we have a path, we need to move."
Zeal just looks at Thomas as Cardlin says, "We have legs."
Yes,
Does not come
but
with the Baron, however.
well, I was going to say, bear in mind, Cardinal has already offered to carry Thomas.
Yeah, but everyone kept talking, so I couldn't really reply.
Sorry, Kim. Please feel free to reply.
So he'll look over at Carlin and kind of shake his head, and then reach out and pet the gigantic frickin' dog at his side. Say, I have a way to move.
Very well.
Also, by the way, Kim, your character, Thomas would be a lot more calm because he's not. This is not his death. He's not seen himself dying here.
Oh yeah, Thomas is fine. He's just kind of like,
Yeah.
whatever. These people are freaking out. There's this one chick cussing like constantly and saying the periodic table. And just kind of like, ugh.
Thomas is just cool dad who don't care.
Sue hops down off the building and starts walking toward the glint.
All right then. He looks at Cassie because he's getting ready to run to kind of start the sprint, and he says, "Can you run, Miss?" No, she never told me her second name. Can you run, Miss Cassie?
I can fucking do my best. Yes, I can run.
Very good then. As they say, on your marks, get set, go.
So are you guys running with Sue or away from where Sue's running?
With Sue, I imagine.
With the Sue, I should think. Yeah.
Yeah, with that.
Okay.
Because
Marcus,
she's about to run up the tree. Then she's this one thing.
Oh, fuck, you're a Pisky. I forgot. Oh, dear, this is going to go well. No, it wasn't in a tree. It was on the ground, but it was like the glint. Yeah, it was on the ground, but you could see it through the trees.
Well, he's gonna run up. He's gonna basically what he's gonna do. He's gonna run up the tree. It's gonna look like he runs towards the glint, and he's gonna run. And he's gonna get to a tree that's really close to it, and he's gonna run up the tree, and then he's gonna jump down on top of it with the spear down.
Okay. All right. Roll Dex Athletics.
Okay,
I mean, I know you got like a ridiculous stats, but we'll go for it.
that's fast count.
I'm gonna say yes. So 3 successes. Okay, so you leap out of the tree and bring your spear down on right on top of the head of this hulking person wielding a blood-stained axe that was walking through the trees. And he just stands there and then slowly reaches one hand up towards you on top of him.
Really not a whole lot of shit I can do about that right now, isn't it?
Can you see that happening?
Yes, you guys see that happening because you were following Sue.
Alrighty. Zeal's going in.
Okay.
He took no damage from this, correct?
He did not visibly take any damage, no.
Well, if Zeal is going in, Finn is going in.
Yeah, Zeal has an idea for this one.
Is it initiative time?
It is initiative time. That can go bye-bye, I think, because I'm going to be winging it.
Axe hit, axe hurt, rinse, repeat.
A little bit.
Let me see if they have what I need here. I don't believe they do. Fuck, of course they don't. What did they have what I need? Okay. Yeah. So we put your initiatives in the set chat.
Damn. As they're going in, Zeal will whisper to Finn very quietly because they're both very quiet. Go low.
Okay. Sue is going before Finn. Already know both sheets enough to know that's how that order is going. What is your initiative, John?
15.
Sorry, not initiative, dexterity, I'm sorry.
Oh, 3.
What's your wits?
2.
I swear to God, we have 4 people going on 15. Okay. I can do this. I know how this goes. Okay. I have that sorted, I think. Okay. All right.
Crap. My initiative's actually 3 higher than I thought it was, so it's actually 18 rather than 15.
Are we all still swollen?
Sorry.
The +2 strength has worn off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was only for a few rounds.
Yeah.
All right. So, our initiative order goes like this. Cardalin goes first, then Jason, then Sue, then Niku Sith, then Finn, then Thomas, then Zeal. Forgot to actually write down what Thomas's actual initiative was. Okay. It is your action, Evan. Actually, no. Is my here? Because I didn't.
Sorry, back.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to go do something.
Okay. I just realized I didn't have
Over.
Cassie's initiative.
Yeah, I just finished watching. I was just like, wait, we're doing initiative? Okay, great.
Yeah, we're doing initiative.
Like, sweet. Let me just pull up a sheet again.
Actually, if you guys want, we could time stamp this as being on Samhain. We don't have to have it be on the day it's on. Like, the day it is IRL.
I think the issue with that is a lot of us have been role playing our Sealy legacies.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Although, I'm not doing the thing where you're forced to go on Sealy on Samhain.
Oh, you're not doing
It's
that?
just traditional to go. No, it's just traditional to go on Sealy to indulge your Sealy legacy.
No. Well, we can work it out after the season.
Yeah, it was just something I thought of. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your niche, Maya.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, finally loaded again.
Gotcha.
What's perception again?
It is 1d10 plus the total of your wits and dexterity.
Yes, thank you. I keep on forgetting.
All good.
Okay.
Let's see if you guys can manage to kill the unkillable.
I am vulnerable. I got 7.
Great. So it is your action, Evan.
Okie dokie. Cardlin looks at Voorhees because he's just like, you know something? I've had enough of this shit. I haven't had my cup of tea today. I was promised cake. Everything's just gone downhill. Fuck this. Fuck you. I'm unleashing naming on the motherfucker and I'm going to unmake him from the universe.
Okay.
Would you rather I not?
I'm not. I am not. I'm going to say you do. You do it. You go for it. Spend that 2 glamour.
Oh crap! He actually doesn't have the glamour to spend anymore to do it if it costs 2 balls.
Yep.
In that case, he is going to. You know what? Fuck it. He's going to basically start shouting abuse at him, calling him, you motherless whore. How it was better that you were left here to drown. How you're worth nothing. Basically, trying to taunt him, and then he's going to take a full defensive action to try and parry the hilarious retribution that's coming my way.
Exactly what I want you to roll, but the words are not coming to my brain. I want you to roll manipulation and where is it? I know what I want you to roll. Where is it? I'm looking on your sheet to see if that helps me remember.
I have no ability to manipulate people.
I know.
This is gonna end sadly.
Okay, roll manipulation and subterfuge.
All of one
That's
dice.
the closest I have.
Yay! I get to roll 1 dice. What could go wrong? Ah. You know what? Fuck it. Hashtag power because reasons. That's he gets the 1 success with the willpower, so we'll see what happens, yo.
Okay. By the way, Tim, I'm sorry, I forgot to confirm. Yes, you did get your willpower back for playing to your legacy. I'm sorry, I forgot to confirm that. I just realized.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Am I doing this?
Okay. So what happens is the hand that's reaching towards Sue stops, and you just see the axe get lifted and flung in your direction.
Oh god, my life is sad!
All right. I hope you have decent soak, boy.
I'm gonna try and dodge the axe, to be fair, but because I did say I was taking a full defensive. But yes, we'll see how it goes.
Only got 2 successes. So see if you can
Oh,
dodge
thank you, mother of God. Slash or so that would be yeah. So that's Papa. Holy crap, that was a shit roll. I get 2 and defender wins, but holy shit, that was a shit roll.
You barely managed to shift out of the way of it in time. All right, now it is Sue.
Huh?
It is your action.
Cool. I will go for the knockdown maneuver. The suite. It's on page 9.
You page what 9? You said the you got like lagged.
279.
All right, thank you. Take down.
And then check page 283.
The sweep or
Yep.
Okay.
And then you
Go
then
for it.
turn to page 283 and see what knockdown does.
all right, sweep. 284 you said?
I'm gonna go all in. No, he
Okay.
might swing at me. I'm gonna split my die. So 4 is coming at him.
I mean,
He's got a
he did throw his axe and doesn't have his axe in hand anymore.
He's still swole as hell. He might kick me or some shit, but it's big boot.
Okay, that's fair. It was 284 you said about for knockdown, right? When you do the hashtag, you gotta do it at the end of the thing in total. Knockdown. Okay, I see what you're doing. Right,
I got
so
one.
you have 2 because you spent the willpower. So,
Okay.
and what is your unsealed legacy? Because I believe you're in your unsealed court right now.
Outlaw.
Outlaw. I'd say you get a willpower back from that because you're basically taking the stories like, the what's the word I'm looking for? Like not the moral, but the way the story's supposed to go and basically kicking it in the face and saying "fuck you." I'd say that would count for getting a willpower back. And yeah, make sure I'm not missing anything, but I believe you succeeded. So he is knocked down. And that moves it to your Kusith's turn. Kim.
Okay. Damn it, did it again.
Yo, you did. I see what you did.
He's partially immobilized until he stands up.
Yep. So you actually have -2 diff on that.
Okay, well then let me re-roll that.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus.
Kim Possible.
That's
much
a lot better. I like that
All right,
roll.
go ahead and roll damage. Okay, 6 damage. Okay. He does not. He can't soak. So he takes 6 ag, as your Q says. I imagine it like swipes at him or bites at him.
Yeah, just swipes at him.
Okay, yeah, takes out a chunk of his rib. And he's still like, he doesn't breathe, so it's kind of hard to tell if he's alive or not. But he's been knocked down, he's laying there. Yeah, that's what happens, and that's Finn.
ESPN, yeah.
Oh, was it my turn? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so I got the hint, and I have heard from these people that this thing is supposed to be killable. So what I'm doing is, while it's on the ground, I'm going in full backup,
Oh dear.
like a goalie kick for a bunk or Wayfair 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say that would be a -2. Pretty standard bunk.
-2. I'm spending a point of willpower on this.
Okay. So it's 1 auto success. Version of the C20 PDF that has the arts bookmarked.
Okay, so that is 5 successes.
Okay. So you're using hopscotch, yes?
Yes.
So are you making him go up or just kicking him away from you guys?
I'm doing a goalie kick up and away.
Okay. So you kick him and he goes up, out of sight, up into the clouds. And it is Thomas's action now.
I will hold my action.
Yep, Zeal, your action?
Anyone else around us?
No, but does anybody take their eyes off of where he went up?
No.
Okay. You being genre savvy.
We've seen this movie.
Never look away from the body, ever.
Okay. So
Cassie's
what is your
actually
action?
wondering when he comes down.
Yeah, Zeal is going to stay looking up. She's going to hold and say, never look away from the body, everybody. I've never seen Friday the 13th, but I know that.
If you see any horror movie, you need to know that.
Sadly,
Okay.
that's one of my strong suits.
Is there a big
Right.
bloody axe on the ground still?
It's when it was looked away from, it's gone.
Question.
Yes.
No, Cassie, to like everyone.
Oh,
Why
okay.
did we get it away? Why didn't we just kill it?
I don't know. Wasn't my choice.
Because if he's away, he can heal and come back.
Well, if we get out before that, then it won't be an issue, will it?
Yeah, getting
I
out. is
agree.
preferable.
I think that
Wait,
it's time
no,
that
I
we
get-
be moving.
Wait. Every time you run these horror movies and everything, every time you go out the path, take the path, you must get out
The
through the
what?
water.
Wait, what? What do you say?
What if the way out ain't through the trees or whatever, through a path or fighting him or whatever? What if we get out through the water? That's an exit nobody ever took, and we're in a weird place. On turn.
Where
What if
he
we make the right turn
drowned?
this time?
If the water's where he
Why
drowned,
not?
that's probably where he's going to regenerate.
Well, or that, or he's gonna come back some other kind of way. But either way, running through the woods ain't the way to escape this guy. You don't escape this guy that way. That's how they tried to do it. We're not like that.
Well, you don't. I think that we have to play this game's rules. Think about it like a game. So, how do you get rid of the aliens? You outwit them. It's not a matter of necessarily brute strength. We prove that. However, with this situation, we're fighting an opponent who cannot be killed. So we have to play the game via the game's rules. And I think that in this case, the game's rules is literally get to home base, get to safety. So we have to think about what point would the game consider to be safety.
Away from the
There's
fucking
no place
camp where
safe.
you never come back again.
I beg your pardon?
Cat is just like the only way for safety is to just not come back. Never come back to Camp Crystal Lake.
Uh-huh. But my point is, then we should leave the area that is Camp Crystal Lake. If we make our way to the road, then that is the edge of his territory. Thus, he should not follow. Thus, it is home safe. And either we will then find our way out or to the next portion of this little environment. This nightmare realm that we find ourselves in.
Because people do get to run away just after everyone else dies.
And then
But
you hear,
everyone else is being stupid.
then you hear very faintly again.
Okay. This is why we kill him, not get him out of our sights.
All right. Plan of attack then. When we see him, we're gonna go in. We're gonna go low, and we're gonna prevent him from walking.
I tried that and it kicked them away.
Does anybody have any dots of academics?
Yes.
Yeah. Bill does.
Yep.
Would you have ever studied any? Well, just roll it. It's really academics, intelligence academics. Actually, no, wits academics.
Higher dice pool. Yay.
I have one.
Okay, John has one. I have you guys roll wits because this isn't really an intelligence. This is kind of like thinking on your feet, making quick correlations. All right.
2.
So everybody kind of gets, from the way everyone's been talking, this is sort of like his realm. This is sort of his place. With 2 successes, Tim, you remember? Okay, John, I'm gonna try and wrap this up soon, anyways, because it's getting late here too. But you remember this tale of an old story you read once about the Fisher King, and you kind of can see some similarities between that situation and this one.
Tim doesn't know that story.
Basically, what I'm saying is he's all powerful in his realm.
Okay.
That's basically what I'm saying.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Zeal will say, if we want to kill him, then maybe we should get to someplace where he doesn't have home field advantage.
Like on the border?
Something like that. Where he doesn't have as much control over this place. We can fight him and beat him as much as we like, but he's not going to stop here. You got to get him outside of his field of control, then take him out.
Cardinal will say, I think that you're right, but I think that you're maybe seeing it slightly askew. I think that the way to actually win this situation and the way to find our way home, as it were, might not be just to destroy Jason Voorhees. It might simply be destroy the Nightmare Realm. Thus, he cannot exist.
Out of character, are we moving or are we staying where we are?
I think they're still moving.
Okay, cool. Because Jason never really gets faster than a run, than even a jog, really. He typically just kind of walks.
Yeah, he does. What are you saying, Marcus?
So as long as they keep walking.
Sorry. Yeah.
Any of you lot got the good eye?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Good eye?
I mean, can you see the see real good? Magic, the understanding, kenning. Can we ken?
Yes, I can.
You can.
Okay, well, look around and see if there's a place that's kind of an aperture. Maybe we can see the exit. We see things. I mean, this is where we come from, right?
Joey, in that case, let's knock on. Basically, Cardin's going to scan around the area, but more specifically, he's going to look for either the nexus of this nightmare realm, because nightmare realms traditionally form around a central point, and or an area where the glamour is circulating that might be an exit.
Yep. Roll perception kenning. Anyone else who's attempting this can also roll it, as long as they have kenning.
Can you teamwork it?
I'm gonna say yes. You guys can teamwork this. So,
That was a hate this. I'm not going to lie. I hate this dice roller. I hate it with passion.
it's actually a lot nicer generally than fucking rolls is for your actual dice rolls.
Oh, I have no doubt. It's literally just the memorizing the code and getting it right every time.
Yeah, it just takes time because you're used to rolls.
I just want bacon.
That was a terrible roll. That was 2 successes.
I mean, is anybody else gonna roll?
No, sorry.
Because basically you get to stack them all up, and as long as no one botches, the successes just keep adding.
This is a kenning roll, right?
Anybody can roll kenning.
I got 2.
I got 2.
Yep. So everybody working together, you do kind of get like the arcane, where you would think the nexus might be, where all the glamour of this place is kind of flowing from. It appears to be coming from a hut. It looks like a hut made out of like, boards and like a shack made out of boards a little way down in a little valley. All good, Tim.
Let's go.
Yep. So you guys head that way? Okay. So what you guys see is that once you enter the cabin, the little shack, it's just got like a little mattress on the floor, no blankets or anything. It's got, weapons lying around it. And there's a door at the back of the like shack.
Cardlin will stride forward and open the door.
When you open the door, you are grabbed by the throat and lifted into the air.
I was expecting that.
Yes, I'm charging.
Okay, yeah, but you do see behind him what appears to be the nexus of this place, which you can feel the glamour swirling from, which is a severed head, very shriveled and sunken in and everything. Looks like a mummy's head on top of a little
God,
shrine.
it's his mother.
Yes.
Oh God, it's his mother. I think Cassie's actually going to say that out loud. God, it's his mother.
Oh, fuck me.
You can just hear kind of through gritted teeth, kill him, kill something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you guys roll
initiative. Okay.
No.
Cassie's actually going to does he have anything else in his hands?
Nope. He's just got Cardinal lifted into the air with both hands.
Okay. Then Cassie's actually going to jump at him and try to hope that her weight will help tip them over so they can actually get into the shack.
Yep. Roll Dex Athletics.
Gotcha.
Oh,
What is
next?
Sorry.
Next chance I get, Zeal is going to lop off the hand that is strangling Cardlin right now.
Okay, so make a Dex melee for that. Kim, what is Thomas gonna be doing?
Oh, sweet. Cassie's got 2 successes for
Gotcha.
trying to jump at him.
How that goes after Kim. So that's what she's doing.
Thomas is probably not going to do anything. He can't. So he's just going to hold my. I'm just going to hold my action.
John, you want to do anything?
I would like to roll a perception alertness based on smell to pinpoint the head's location.
You can go ahead and roll that. And Marcus, is there anything you'd like to do?
Oh shit. That is
5?
Oh my.
5 successes to lop off an arm.
Yep. You lop it off. As Cassie jumps on him and knocks him over, you lop off his arm at about the same time. And yes, you're able to pinpoint the head and its location, John. But is there anything you want to do, Marcus? What is Sue doing?
She's gonna. So everybody's already in the house now.
Yes, everyone's in the house.
I set his mom's head on fire.
If you got something to do it, go ahead.
Sure, I'll do that. I got a lighter.
Go ahead. If you just make a Dex Athletics to get past the struggle at the door, and then if you can do that, if you can make that, then I'm gonna say you're good because there's really nothing to stop you because he's struggling with 3 people right now.
8x.
With one hand.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good. You are able to sneak in past. You're able to just basically slip past the struggle at the door and light her head up. What happens is, as soon as the head catches on fire, like everything around you, like everything, like the trees, no, not the trees, like the shack, Jason, everything just kind of blurs, like it's being pulled into the head and pulled into the fire, which is growing right now to a fire, and everything just pulled in until you guys are just standing in what looks like just gray. There's nothing but gray. Like you don't even see a what's the word I'm looking for? There's no ground. You guys are just standing in this gray void. Eventually, it refocuses into Central Park. It takes about half an hour for this to happen, though.
Remind me to send the count my bill for one destroyed nightmare realm.
Unless anyone has anything else to, I'm going to wrap up the scene here, because I know some people have got to go, and I don't want to keep the scene going for much longer. So, does anybody got anything else they want to do before I end?
Cool.
Okay, Maya, is there anything you want to do before we end?
Cassie's just going to look at Cardinal and just kind of look and be like, I have a lot of questions. So many.
Cardlin will nod and he will say, right, well, he'll look at his watch. Tim, roughly what time is it?
It is roughly around 1 in the morning.
Ah, I'm sure I can find an all-night diner or some description because I promised you cake and answers, and I intend to deliver on both of them.
Yep. Marcus, is there anything else you want to do before we end the scene?
He goes, it's been real, guys. Thanks for the spit.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
been interesting.
If you ever need me, whatever, you can find me in Brooklyn.
Yes, if I'm ever in Brooklyn, I'll do that. Thank you.
Like-
It's just like dumbstruck by today.
And he just kind of walks. He kind of walks out of Central Park to his truck.
Okay, sounds good. Thomas, Kim, is there anything else you want to do before we end the scene?
Nope.
Okie dokie. John?
The only thing Finn's gonna do is he's gonna say to Zeal, "You mind if I'll be late little bit.
Ooh, that was very quiet again. I'm sorry.
He's
This
gonna
is,
say.
do you mind? Okay. Sorry.
He's gonna say, "Do you mind if I'll be a little late tonight?"
Oh yeah, of course. I assume you have plenty to talk about. Looks to Thomas.
Yeah, I need to go have a talk with my mother.
All right. I'll see you later tonight then. Or tomorrow.
He nods.
Call
All
me if you
right.
need anything. That was it, Joey. That was all she was going to say.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Great. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, future watchers, for watching. And that was the very first episode of Changeling the Dreaming. Dreams over New York City. Stay tuned for more.